This is a guide for creating a soundscape on GarageBand. Step 1 is to open a new project. Click Empty Project here and then click Choose in the bottom right hand corner. Then it will bring up a track menu. We're going to click MIDI, the green button, to create a MIDI instrument. Click Create. Now we need to set up our soundscape. So we're going to turn off some things first. First, we're going to go to the top and turn off our counting and our metronome. To turn them off, just click on these icons. If they're purple, it means that they will still be on, so make sure they're turned off. Next, we're going to turn off time signature or beats in project. We're going to change this to time. To do that, click down here on the display module and select time. You'll know it's correct when here is like a stopwatch. Now, I'm going to show you how to input sounds. We have two different ways of inputting sounds on GarageBand. We can either use musical typing or we can use the piano roll. I'll show you the piano roll first. To get to the piano roll, you need to click on the edit button in the top left. This will bring up the piano roll down the bottom of your screen. To input a note in the piano roll, you right click and then click Create Note. You can then drag and drop and move this note around and move it up and down to change the pitch. For our task today, I'm going to recommend that we use musical typing. To do musical typing, you press Command K on your keyboard, and this will bring up our musical typing keyboard. This is just like a normal piano keyboard, but on our computer. Then we can use our keys to play a major scale, for example, like this. For this project, I'll be using the following 4 sounds: After the Rain, Noise Sweep, Wave Space, and Atmosphere at Dusk. All of these sounds can be found under the synthesizer folder in the Soundscape library. So to change an instrument, what we're going to do is just click Revert in the bottom left hand corner, click Synthesizer, then click Soundscape. So I'm only using sounds from this folder. If you'd like to, you can explore some sounds from sound effects as well, but I've tried to keep all mine from the Soundscape folder today. To start with, I'm going to audition some sounds. So I'd like to show you what After the Rain will sound like. So I can click After the Rain, and it will apply that sound to this top track. Then I can use the musical typing to show you what it will sound like. So I'm going to just turn this down a couple of octaves to make it lower using the Z key. I like the sound of that. So that's going to be the base of my soundscape. So to record it in, I'm going to click the red button here, and then I'll type the A key on my keyboard. To stop, I just press spacebar. Now, as you can see in my clip, we've got some sections where there's no sound, so I'm just going to clip them. So what I can do is I go to the bottom left side here, and I can click and drag that over, and I'll do the same on the bottom right here, and that's just going to clip it so we just have our sound. And just like in any other music program, I can use shortcuts and commands to copy and paste things. So I'm going to click at the top of After the Rain and then press Command C, and then I can press Command V and paste it in here. So now I have almost 30 seconds of my recording. Next, I'm going to add in a new instrument. So I'm going to go to the top left, click the plus button, and add in another MIDI instrument. I'm going to go to Synthesizer, Soundscape, then I'm going to select Noise Sweep. It sounds like that. So I'm going to do this at random underneath my top clip. So I'll click go to the beginning, and then I'll click the record button. press spacebar to stop. I like that, so I'm going to click the top here, Command C, and then Command V to paste it in. Now I'm going to add in a third instrument. So to add in an instrument, I click the plus button to add a track, make sure it's on MIDI, click Create, and I'm going to select Synthesizer, Soundscape, and I'm going to choose Wave Space. This one sounds like this. So to go back to the beginning, I click here, and I'm going to record this straight in. I'm going to put it in the middle around here. Press spacebar when I want to stop the recording. I'll be using is Atmosphere at Dusk. So to add this in, I'm going to click the plus button, top left, to add a track, click MIDI, and click Create. Then I select Synthesizer, Soundscape, and Atmosphere at Dusk. For this instrument, I'm going to be using the pentatonic scale. So I'm going to put it up 2 octaves by pressing X. This will make it higher. I'll make it 3 octaves. And then I'm going to be using the notes A, S, D, G, H, and K. If you know some music theory, this is the C major pentatonic scale. So I'm going to play this over the top. So I'll click Go to the beginning and click the record button. I'm just using the notes from the pentatonic scale. Stop the recording, I press spacebar. Now I have all 4 tracks. I'm going to use some automations so we can hear the different parts more clearly. To add in dynamics or volume control, I click Mix at the top left, and then I click Show Automation. This will create a volume slider on each track. So I like this After the Rain at that volume, so I'm just going to leave that alone. The noise sweep, I'm going to make it so when the noise sweep comes in, it gets louder each time. So I click on this faint line here to create a volume, and then I click to create nodes. Once I've got nodes, I can then drag them to get different effects. If I pull it down, it'll make it softer. If I pull it up, it'll make it louder. So this will make it sound like that the noise sweep comes in softly and then gets louder each time. And once I've done my noise sweep, I'm then going to do a gradual crescendo, or I'm gradually going to get louder on the wave space and get softer, like this. And we want the Atmosphere at Dusk to be a bit louder so we can hear the pentatonic scale, so I'm going to make that louder. And I'll actually make After the Rain a little softer. So now you can hear what it sounds like all together. And that is how you can make a soundscape using GarageBand. Good luck.